Well, folks, welcome back to Gale Force Wins. I'm at HR Project Partners in Lab City. We just finished MyNext 2025, and we're doing some conversations with the people that make HRPP tick. I believe you're one of those people. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Jill Power, and I was born and raised in Labrador West, and I work with HRPP right now through IOC.
Interesting. So how long have you been with HRPP?
Almost 4 years. Almost 4 years. I came from a background with the federal government of almost 16 years. Was looking for a bit of a change, looking for a different pace, and a friend of mine worked with HRPP, referred me, did an interview, and they asked me what my, key goals were, and I said, well, to work somewhere where there's integrity, a chance to make accomplishments, and a chance to make a difference. So I was offered a position, and I'm still there.
Well, let's delve back a little bit into your background. Prior to recording, you told me that you were the president of the Students' Union, I believe. Tell us a little bit about that.
Back in my university days, it was actually called the CSU at that time, Council of Students' Union, and it was when the Breezeway was the Breezeway in the TSC. And I was actually the first one in 25 years to be elected 3 years in a row. So 2 years as a vice president, the final year as the president, and I graduated that year, so there was no going back just to be on the Student Union, but fantastically changed, the ability to speak in public, the ability to meet and greet people, and lots of good memories, for sure.
It's amazing, you know, as a young woman coming from Lab West, and then you go into the big city, and then all of a sudden now you're the president of the Students' Union. Tell us a little bit about that evolution. Like, how did you get the courage to do that?
I don't know if it took courage or if it took just relationship building, to be honest, because I went, being from Labrador, I went and I stayed in residence, and you build camaraderie faster than anything with residents. And it was just it was kind of the thing to do, to get involved and be a part of it, and that's what I did. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you've got a backing of people, and sometimes I wonder if it was the sampling from our brewery friends, and I didn't drink, that maybe I had a few more friends, I don't know. But no, the Student Union was a great way to build leaders. And even today, if you look back on the list of not only presidents but the vice president positions, a lot of them have become very successful in life and moved on to do great things for our province.
It's amazing, amazing story. Tell us a little bit about your role. You're here on your lunch break right now. You've got to get back. Thank you for doing this, by the way. Tell us a little bit about the role you're in right now.
So right now, what I do with HRPP is I was hired as an analyst for major projects, which are high costing projects with IOC. And I track all of the drawings. So the drawings that come in, engineering drawings that come in, I save them into a repository for legacy purposes. So making sure that the details are correct, that they're saved properly, that the changes and increments are done and tracked correctly. And in that time, I'm now the acting lead for that whole group, so all the analysts that work for. So I have an onshore team and an offshore team that works in India, and I cover both the CR site and the ZV site, which is Satil. And so we're doing some great things, some great strides to keep our system as accurate as it can be, and learn some new tricks of the trade, and support our project managers the best we can.
Yeah. You seem very proud of the work you're doing.
I'm very proud of the work I do. It took a long time to understand it, to figure out not only just the concept of what I have to do with, but also in the computers, programs that I have to use. And my background is a bit in computers. When I finished MUN back in '94, I taught at MUN for about 5 years, and then I came home and I taught computers here for 5 years.
Wow.
So, and then kind of went to the federal government in New Brunswick, but this is home. This is where I came back to. And so the role is keeping me here, and I have every intention of finishing my career here, and I don't know if I'll retire. The cold is getting to me. The minus 50 doesn't get any easier as you get older, but home is home.
Jill, thank you. We just had an interruption. Someone came in the door, but tell me a little bit of what it means to you to be working here where you grew up.
Well, to be honest, I moved back probably about I'm going to say 13 years ago now. And it was supposed to be for a 2-year stint. My mom wanted to come back. And we said, okay, we'll take a break and we'll move back to Labrador and, kind of embrace what she wanted to do. We're established now.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. My boy is here. He's working with IOC. He's going to settle here, I think. So home is home.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's good to be back, and it's good to be a part of, I guess, what Bill's Labrador West, which is IOC, and I plan to finish my career. So.
Jill, it's amazing talking to you.
Thank you.
This community is very special. Gale Force Winds, we've traveled all over the island. This is my first time actually doing recordings in Labrador, and it's so nice to be able to talk to someone with roots, deep roots.
Thank you.
And, the community is very special. It's very obvious. Any last words you'd like to say about HRPP or anything about what's happened in the last few years for you?
I think that for me, HRPP was an opportunity to see what other avenues there were, to be a part of a group that had integrity and intelligence with it. And to be associated with HRPP is certainly an honor. The team works really hard to make sure that we're stayed informed and we're kept on a focus. It's just a fantastic opportunity, and the organization has done many of us proud. So.
Well, I know they're in their 10th year. This is their 10th anniversary.
Fabulous.
So Jackie has created something special here. It's quite
Indeed.
obvious. Jill, pleasure meeting you. It wouldn't surprise me if you and I met when we were in university all those years ago.
Yes, indeed.
But thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Appreciate it.